Hello friends, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're enjoying the instruction that I'm giving you. It's my personal goal to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. So if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. So today we're going to be talking all about phrasing. So first of all, what is phrasing? Phrasing is basically how you put dynamics together. So dynamics by themselves are just loud or soft or just the volume, but how you string those dynamics together creates your phrases, okay? So there are four main ways that we can create dynamics or change our sound on the violin. The first way is with the amount of bow you're using. This is by far the easiest way to change your sound, and it's the one that I recommend students use first. So if you use more bow, you're going to be louder. If you use less bow, you're going to be softer. The second way is by changing your contact point. So closer to the bridge is going to be louder, and then over the fingerboard or closer to the fingerboard is going to be softer. The third way is with bow speed, so how fast or slow you're moving your bow. And this might sound a little opposite, but the slower you move your bow, the louder you will be. And the faster you move the bow, it will be a little bit quieter, softer it will be. And the fourth way is by arm weight. This is usually the last one that I suggest to use because when you are adjusting the arm weight, there's a couple dangers. So the first danger is that you will just press the sound instead of using your natural arm weight, and it will sound like crunchy, it will sound pressed, it will sound choked, and it won't sound good. And the second danger is that when you take the weight out of your hand, or your arm, I guess I should say, the sound can become wispy. It can lose the core and just not sound good overall. So that's usually the last one that I recommend trying to use. In order, I would do amount of bow, bow speed, contact point, and then the amount of weight in your hand. So there's 4 times 4, 16, I guess, different combinations that you can use with these. And so you are going to have to experiment, with what sounds like what with you and your violin. Now, when you come to a piece of music and you're wondering how to phrase it, first would be to identify the phrases. And you might say, well, Megan, how do I identify the phrases? They are usually pretty obvious, more obvious than you think. If you think it's a phrase, it probably is a phrase. The most common type of phrasing is basically a hairpin. So you crescendo, and then you decrescendo. By the way, common rule of thumb, notes are getting higher, crescendo, notes are getting lower, decrescendo. So phrases usually come in the forms of antecedent and consequent. So antecedent is it's open-ended, and consequent is like more closed, more final. So you can almost think of it as like asking a question and then receiving the answer. So I am going to take the second movement of the Vivaldi A minor concerto and just demonstrate a bit of phrasing and my thought process behind phrasing. So right at the very beginning, we have the antecedent consequent that I just talked about. So this is antecedent. Here's the consequent. So you can tell the first one is a little bit more what's going to happen. The second one is a little bit more closed. So here I would actually probably do a hairpin in each of these measures. So I get louder. Softer. And again, so I got louder and then I got softer. So my guess is that you could very clearly tell that those are phrases, right? So don't overcomplicate it. If you think something is a phrase, then it probably is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.